Hey, Ed here from 10,000 Foot View, and I've got another Google Ads quick tip for you today. So one of the things that you should be doing as an advertiser is competitive research to evaluate what those competitors are doing in terms of ad copy, what their messaging is, and so on. And you can use tools like SEMrush or the transparency tool that Google offers to find the ad copy. But it's also a good idea to go a little bit deeper than that. And as any business, you really should be doing a SWOT analysis, which is a deeper evaluation of your competition, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. If you don't know the term, and doing that work can be quite time consuming because you really need to kind of go in depth. Fortunately, I mean, we can get a lot of information from websites these days, but even then, the whole picture is not going to be there. And if you are an agency, a freelancer, or the business itself, and you're kind of limited for time, your options are not do it or do it haphazardly. But there is a new alternative, and we're going to turn to ChatGPT to make short work of this. And this is something we've started using now when a client can't provide the SWOT analysis to us, which is probably about 80% of the time, unfortunately. So I'm just going to run through a quick example today of what this can do, and hopefully you'll find it helpful. So I've gone in and I've created the query, and I'm going to compare Salesforce, Microsoft Dynamics, and Streak. These are all CRMs, and they are quite different products from one another, and that's on purpose for this evaluation. So I'm just asking for a SWOT analysis, and we'll see what ChatGPT can do for us. So this may take a minute, as it's got to go to each website. You do need ChatGPT 4 or 3.5 with some extensions. You need to be able to browse, so you will need the paid version. Um, this is going to take a little while, but we're already on the second site. So Salesforce, by the way, I mean, it's kind of the leader in CRMs. They kind of invented cloud-based services or software as a service. Um, Microsoft is probably a more old school product. It also does ERP. Of course, Salesforce does a lot of things now too. And then Streak is a really lightweight CRM that we use at my agency, and it's based around it's a plugin for Gmail essentially. Okay, so here we go. So Salesforce integrates data, AI, and CRM, enhancing sales and customer satisfaction. They have diverse solutions, guided learning paths for users. Weaknesses are complexity for smaller businesses, and weaknesses are a really important part of the SWOT analysis because that's something you can attack. If you have a strength where a competitor has a weakness, these are things that you can really highlight. And especially if you're going to do things like target competitor keywords, you might want to critique your ads around attacking those weaknesses. Um, Opportunities and threats from this perspective, they're less relevant, but you can get some insights there. And then in terms of typically how you do this, you would include your own business because you want to be aware of your own weaknesses, and it's an area to work on, right? Um, but in this case, I'm just choosing three businesses that are not my own. Obviously, are not my client. Okay, so on Microsoft Dynamics, AI-powered CRM and ERP, efficiency with built-in AI, boy, they're really hammering the AI. Integration with Microsoft ecosystem. Yeah, I guess that's an advantage if you're already a Microsoft based business. Weaknesses, complexity, integration challenges. I will agree to that. Um, so they're both kind of, complexity, complexity, right? So the same thing in terms of weakness. And then there's their opportunities and threats. And then down on Streak, strengths integration with Gmail. If you don't have Gmail, it's not for you, obviously. Simple user interface, yes. Free trial availability, that's kind of cool. I think Salesforce probably still has a free trial, but not sure. Um, and then weaknesses limited to Gmail users. So that's exactly what I said in the beginning. If you don't use Gmail, but it is a really simple system. And then opportunities and threats. So, in just a few minutes, you were able to get quite a pretty good, I'm going to say a lightweight SWOT analysis. This isn't very deep. But again, if you need to do this quickly, if you are not the end advertiser, you probably can't invest 8 or 10 hours to go in and research all this stuff. I mean, you're just not going to have it in your budget. So this is something we've started doing. One thing I like to do here is put it in a grid format, which is the traditional way to view a SWOT. And we'll see if it does it right, because sometimes it does it right and sometimes it doesn't. Let's see. Yep, that's good. So this is just an easier way to digest things, and if you want to share this with your client or with other stakeholders, it's a little easier. But of course, it's not as comprehensive as this. So you can then just copy this, save it, and give you some ideas for creative strategy. And hopefully you find this useful. It will improve your Google Ads. And that is it for today. I will see you next time.